Hello there everybody and welcome to a new gameplay series for Tainted Grail Conquest. I'm Icon and we're playing a summoner on difficulty level 5. This series will be 30 minutes per episode until we either die or win that run. It's also planned to be the first series of many where I'm just going to push through the difficulty levels as good as I can. So if you're interested to see gameplay of different character classes, please drop me a comment and I'll see it done. I can't promise to win on every class because I'm not as good with all the classes, but I am very willing to learn, and what's way more important, I love recording myself failing and learning so you guys don't have to. So with that out of the way, let's get started and have some good old-fashioned fun. Let's see what we can do here. I like to go for early on runestones whenever I can. We got a some coin, and let's see, what can we go for? I personally love here. This is one of my favorites, increasing damage early on, because all the summons of the summoner are based on his own stats. So that means your damage is the damage of your summons. Therefore, runestones that increase your own damage upgrade your summons quite a lot. So I don't know what I could invest in otherwise, well, except for weird candles, but let's see. There's also not too, I also haven't unlocked too many things yet in this game. I somehow didn't grind too deep into it, but now I'm back and more than interested to go for that. Now, we're entering Act 1 now, and Act 1 is always my favorite to grind out a lot. So, let's get started and see where this will bring us. I started my summoner with a golem, because I personally love the golem as a starting card for the summoner in general, because I love to start with a tank. There's so much one-shot stuff going on out there that I really love to have that dude. So let's get ourselves an abomination, and why not put the power up on top of that thing right away and activate that little critter. Bam. So reduce armor. I should have played that first. I'm a little bit rusty, gotta admit. So as you see here, damage gets transported to the golem, no biggie. One downside of the summoner is that his creatures don't activate on their own. They only do something when you actually activate them. So unlike the two other summoner classes, you need to work around your critters manually, but that's honestly not that much of an issue. Here we go. So let's see, what can we draft here? Druid's Bane. Enemy reduction, enemy armor reduction. Armor reduction is always super powerful. Existence, increase max HP for a minion. At the start of each turn, promote the minion. No, we're going to go for Druid's Bane because that's just a big bad punch in the face. I like that. So, let's see. Surprise attacks. Worm power up. Haste. After summoning, activate the minion. Not bad. If any minion died this turn, next turn draw a random summon card. I'm gonna roll with that one. I personally think that it's so important for the summoner to have a steady supply of creatures to work with that there's almost nothing as bad as running out of summons. And a guaranteed resummon when somebody dies. Top notch. Alright, so Act 1 is an area which I really like to farm out. Reduce damage by 75%, or next turn reduce the cost of a random card by 2. I'll honestly prefer to reduce the costs. And let's go for the sweet armor reduction we bought ourselves there. And smack that dude. New enemies, it's really a good idea to just watch them become stronger with every hit he suffers, yeah. Let's go for that one. Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to barrier myself, because 1 point of damage is always leaking through to me. Like I said, I'm a little bit rusty, but don't you worry, it'll all come back in no time. So my summoner's ability was 4 charges promotion. Okay. And activations charge that. Okay. Oh, I had 1 point of energy left? Man. Well, if I keep going like that, beating this difficulty level might be a bit, harder. Alright, let's go. Haroon. Every 3 turns, all enemies deal minimum damage. Every 3 turns, I deal maximum damage. Okay. There has been a lot of rework on these runes. Some of these effects look totally new to me. So, before I don't have anything in my armor, I'd rather take some random runes. Always. So, a milestone. Let's take the weird candle. This is a boss fight. I'll rather be careful with that one. Let's level myself as hard as I can here before going for the boss fight. Deranged Red Priest, Barriers, and Mindbender. Illusion. Yeah, the Illusionist. Got it. So, enemy damage reduction or cost reduction? Of course, I'll take the cost reduction. Okay. Let's barrier myself. Learned out of my mistake from the last time. And let's smack them dudes. Fae are pretty cool because they weaken enemies, and they also produce ultimate charges for you. And that passive of damage reduction is a pretty cool thing. So, let's take that. And I want to go for the Abomination. AoE, you know, AoE is good for me. So, let's barrier our friend the Golem. It's always a nice way of getting the job done too. And let's keep buffing up the Abomination. So, I got 2 points of energy left. So, let's promote. Let's use the class skill to promote even more. And there we go. Almost a win. The earlier fights are pretty much always like that, and that's the reason why I like to grind out Act 1 as hard as I can, because you just gain so much steam. Need for Fae. Sacrifice a minion, summon a Fae instead. Activate all minions. Draw 1 card for each minion currently in combat. Huh. Well, I'm not a big fan of either of these. Let's do a reroll here. Paralysis. Hell yeah. Stuns. Stuns are so important. Can't emphasize it enough. So, Cracked Stand Rune. Yeah. Reduces the enemy's armor by 10. I'll immediately exchange that. And let's see, at the end of the turn, deal 1 hit. Yeah, let's do this. Much more appealing there.
Come,
Training
train
grounds.
if you feel like it. These may be mere
So,
illusions,
give me a
but
sec.
they hit and kill.
Alright, I had to pause the video for a second because the cat had a bit of a hairball, and I had to dispose that. I'm sorry. Now, we got our first event there, and I'll take the easiest training ground event. I don't know. These take the events of this game with a hell of some care. There are so many extremely deadly things out there that can just blow you off your socks super easy. And I've had it several times in the past that I just killed myself hard by just opening up a event that was too hard for me. So right now I'm, by the way, just activating my golem for the ultimate charges of my character. because I find that extremely appealing to do so. So, let's take the Abomination. Abomination is perfect. Let's see. A Fae? Do we want a Fae? Yeah, let's go for a Fae. Debuffing your enemies is always a good plan. There we go. Those illusionists are a lot less dangerous when you got an Abomination. Let's go for the promote. And let's go for an activate here. And I don't think I need to go too crazy here. Let's barrier the golem a bit. Alright. Where does the decreased armor come from? Must have been one of the enemies there. Okay, well, let's just spam the promos. Let's drop another one from my class on it. Abomination is a pretty nice AoE killer. I like that thing a lot for its qualities there. There goes a summon, and they increase. Ah, there's increased armor on them and decreased armor for me. Or... There's one hit. Well, whatever. I'm pretty sure that just smacking out enough rituals will win that fight easily. Perfect. So, because these were just illusions, we don't gain any XP out of that. But that's just fine. Alright. We gain 50 gold out of that. Oh, 70 gold? They told me to be just 50, but whatever. Alright. Let's keep farming the hell out of these dudes. Gotta love that soundtrack too. Alright. Barrier myself. Yeah, let's go for a promotion on the golem. Why not? And, like before, make sure that this bad boy is going a little bit better there. Aye. What's going on with the sound, though? I got some really nasty distortion effects there. But it shouldn't sound like that. The attack sounds are a little bit off there. Red Death. On Sick Man Death, lose 6% of max HP. Every time you play it, raise the cost. I see. Alright, these two cards are totally not a problem. Alright. New effects. There's a lot of new things that I haven't seen yet. My golem starts dying here, but that's okay. So, really gotta get rid of these Red Death cards, because you really don't want to be losing a percentile amount of your HP like that. Alright, let's start whacking. There we go. Finally, this dude is down. Now let's just hope. Wait a sec, what the buffs, man? All of a sudden this guy has 6 attacks. Damn. Alright, that was more damage than I liked it to take, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that this is all we need. Okay. Owie. Luckily I got a healing mixture, so we can get that done. Needful Worm. Huh. Okay. Blinding Burst. I love this card. This is one of my favorite moves. Sacrifice a minion to stun the entire battlefield. It's so good. It's just so freaking good. So, every time a minion is promoted, increase your damage by 3%. This doesn't sound like much, but since I'm promoting my minions so often in general, that's really a lot to gain there. So, perform a ritual, ask for a blessing, ask for healing. So, the All-Mother's Altar is something you have to unlock first. But once you've done it, you can gain pretty neat bonuses there. Infected Human. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of these quick. And if I remember correctly, they are stun immune. Exactly. Alright, we go with the worm, but it's horrible actually. Promotion would be way better. Abomination would be way better, but sadly I'm not allowed to choose here. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Reduce damage of all enemies by 100%. I dig that. And that's why I love staying on a high weird candle charge. It's just very helpful. Okay, so if these guys explode, it's not the worst. They just summon a ton of creatures there. So let's barrier a bit. Alright, at least one of them dudes is gone. That's a good start. Alright. As long as I'm able to survive that, we're not really in trouble. Alright, let's promote the hell out of this dude. There we go. Sadly not able to tackle them all, but whatever. It doesn't matter. We're getting there. AoE kill by my character himself. Sometimes you got to do stuff you're by yourself, eh? Okay, let's see what the seamstress can do for me.
What am I doing here?
I can ask her to sew my body or sew my mind. Removing cards out of your deck is always a really cool move, because the less crap you have in your deck, the better. So, let's see. What did I pick so far? I got 2 stuns and armor reducers, so I'll remove one of the barrier cards. Unlike other games in this genre, I always feel like Tainted Grail has no such obvious candidates for removal, or ish. But I feel like the basic cards are more useful, like compared to Slay the Spire, for example, where your basic attack and defense cards are always the first candidate. I mean, they are also pretty bad here, but you get the idea. Oh, God bless. We can start out with a abomination. So, let's barrier myself and start slapping. Okay. So AoE is a pretty bad deal with these guys, hey? Jeez. I really got no clue how the hell I'm supposed to do this without dying, but let's see. I mean, I'm literally provoking the worst here by just doing what I'm doing here. Okay. These enemies are totally new to me. I don't know them yet. So let's see how much I'll suffer out of that. It's a really nasty enemy pack. I dig it. So, famished prisoner. Let's see. Gain 5% damage each turn. Sounds good. Oh boy, that's been a pretty big oof. Okay, let's see where I can heal myself a bit. That's some super, super nasty Act 1 enemy there. Especially if you're relying as much on AoE like I do. Alright, so let's drop down a Fae. And activate them. You know, an activated Fae is always providing you some ultimate charges. And ultimate charges are, at the end of the day, directly a direct cost-free promotion. Although I'm really bothered by the fact that I didn't have a barrier there. So, stun a chosen enemy. Well, let's use the wooden flute. Let's see. Yeah. This is an item I found a while ago. You can use it once per fight to have a 50% chance of stunning enemies. Oh, crap. Clicked the wrong one. Probably shouldn't have removed the barrier spell there. I think that was a bad choice. Well, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty with the game, and I wouldn't be too surprised if I'd be dying here for my time. But I also gotta admit, this game is pretty much tough as nails, as far as I'm concerned. There we go. But we're still not dead yet, eh? A bard. Oh.
You give him the spear.
Wonderful.
You tell him what you heard.
But he's gone anyway, and there's nothing I can do
let's
about
see.
it. I've lost.
You explain that the spear.
These are these stories that the more you play them, the more you get into them, the more bonuses you get there. World fixed and evil completed, so... Okay. Pick a neutral card or remove a card. Let's pick a neutral card. Song of Restoration, heal 10 HP. Gain 75 armor. I don't know if these are one-time uses. We'll try that. I mean, there's a decent chance that I'm going to blast myself out of existence here with the next fight. So we're just going to use one of the healing mixtures. I'm just feeling too low for my own well-being. So, I don't dare to go for the Treasure Guardian as of yet, because I don't feel like I'm that powerful. Next thing that I really want to have is a better barrier card in any regard. So, one Abomination. That was really a dumb move of me to remove the barrier card. I should have removed another card. Maybe one of these one of the others, but whatever. Now it's too late to ponder on these things. Okay. One barrier, one power up, and yeah, we've got a lot of activates this turn. Yeah, I love it. When they survive with 1 HP. Dang. That's annoying, but what can I do? So... now we'll see if that Song of Restoration is something I can play every time or not. Alright, let's Druid's Bane this dude. And let's see, I can go for one more upgrade. Let's do this. And let's start whacking. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, brilliant. Level up! Level ups are always important. Holy Promotion, Sign of the Rat. For each ally in combat, the minion increases its damage and loses armor. Place redirect effect on an enemy for 2 turns. Oh yeah, this is extremely valuable. Redirect. If you put that on an enemy, he'll tank the entire damage. But there's another neat fact about that. This means you can funnel the damage of your Abomination onto exactly one enemy. This is brilliant. I'll take a word candle. Thank you. This is a really, really strong effect in my humble opinion. Alright, I'll remember now that these red men are totally disgusting, and I definitely need to be careful about them. Stun all enemies for 2 turns. I'll gladly take that. So, this guy already has the redirect thing going on for himself right from the get-go, so we don't need to go for that. Oh, wait a sec. While they're stunned, they can do that. Huh. Interesting. Let's try if that works, if my effect works on stunned enemies, because I got no clue, honestly. No, that Song of Restoration is a permanent spell. Yeah, perfect. It's pretty strong. Nice. This also makes me a lot less reliant on external healing sources. I like that. Nope. There's no redirection without without the enemy being awake. Got it. So let's summon a Fae. I personally love Fae for one particular reason. If ever the need arises for me to sacrifice something, this is the perfect minion to go for, because you don't really miss him that much at all. Alright, let's go for the promos, and yeah, that's a win. Brilliant. The Summoner class is among my favorites because I find it very, very easy to play, yet super rewarding, you know? It's just so much fun to play this character class. Nah. Wait a sec. Oh, I skipped the event already. Okay, never mind. There we have it. No, not the sick men. Okay, alright. I hate these dudes now, officially, okay? So I don't have anything to fight with as of yet. So we'll just activate this dude. And redirect will at least make me not touch these guys unnecessarily often. Oh boy. That's bad. It's super bad, actually. You don't draw any of the cards that you really need. Now I got all these frickin' Red Death thingies in my hand. So we're gonna summon the worm here. And slap a blinding burst on top of all of these dudes. But as far as I understand things, I merely need to remove these cards before these guys die. So that shouldn't be too horrible or impossible. Yeah, this is a typical Tainted Grail enemy. The devs of this game love to put in enemies that just are a nightmare to play against. Because they can. I don't know. Alright, let's play that Song of Restoration. Promote our little worm. And do the best out of this horrible situation. I mean, it's impossible for me to survive, to get rid of all of these cards. It's just not possible. It's crazy. Alright. So we didn't receive any slaps here. That's good. Alright, let's get rid of as many Red Death cards as possible. Now let's just hope that it's not going to be too horrible here. What a crazy enemy, I gotta say. This is really one piece of bad news, eh? Alright, I think I did it though. Okay. As long as I stop spreading AoE like a madman, stuff's going a lot better. So I'd say I'll get rid of this rune that does this AoE attack at the end of each turn. It's way less of a good thing than I thought. Whoopsie. Well, let's put on the Eol rune. Every 2 turns, the enemy will do minimum damage. This is way better than it sounds at the first. At first. Oh yeah, we've delivered the flowers.
she agreed to meet.
That's another little quest line we fulfilled. Okay, so I'll end this episode here. The next one, we're going to go for the boss fights. We're going to go for the boss fight here and the Treasure Guardian in that, well, first the Treasure Guardian and then the boss fight in that order, because the Treasure Guardian, well, I hope I'll make it, but usually these are totally worth it. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Drop your comments down below. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing. There's more content coming up daily on my channel, alongside with hundreds of videos to watch. So have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye bye.